Yo, what's up? This is Yunny Goldz. I'm a producer. I produce all the beats on the channel. I'm going to be producing one right now, right here in front of you, a tutorial. It's going to be a guitar beat, kind of melodic, kind of emo, kind of Midwesty sound. I really hope you like it. It's going to be dope. I'll show you my tips and my tricks, my breakdown, my process, the sounds I use. It's going to be dope. So let's get into it right now. Let's go into Ableton. Let's go. Okay, right now we're in Ableton right here. As you see, I got some guitar lines, some melodies that I've recorded. It's going to be like 4 tracks. There's effects on each of them, a little bit of EQ, a little bit of guitar rig presets. Just keep it a nice clean sound. This is what the guitar melody is going to sound like right here. It sounds like this. So that's my guitar line. I played it all myself. It sounds kind of interesting. It's kind of poppy. It's kind of happy in parts, but kind of sad in other parts. And we're just gonna get started on some drums. We're in 129 BPM, which is, it's a pretty good tempo for this slow kind of emo sound. It can be really chill. A lot of room for melodies, a lot of rhythms for melodies like that. We're just gonna get started. I'm just gonna listen to it. I think I'm gonna start with this kind of guitar melodies without that high riff playing in it. It's just going to be kind of the main sound. I have a mid melody that I'm going to put in later, but that I'll show you that later. Now I'm just going to start putting in some drums. I'm using my own kit. It's called the Yunny kit. I'm just going to open up. It's got good hi-hats, claps, snares, everything I really need already pre-mixed with the right kind of EQs and the right kind of levels. So I don't really need to touch anything after I put it in, and that's good. So yeah, it's my own kit, and I'm going to start with some hi-hats just to give it this 129 rhythm. Now it sounds really chill in the beginning, like there's not a lot of guitar melody going on. So I'm gonna make sure my hi-hats are kind of chill and just gonna be there to just keep time and keep rhythm. Hi-hats of these kind of songs are important because the texture of the hi-hat is important. You don't want a really ticky trap one. You kind of want ones that have a little more texture. And it's also very interesting doing 129 because you can always do double time, but doing it halftime really gives them a different bounce, the vocalist a different bounce that they can work with. So I'm gonna try both ways first. I already know now I'd rather have the clap in there to hit the 2s and 4s before I really decide on my hi-hat pattern. So I'm just gonna make sure it's a nice clap right here. I like this little clap right here because it's got a little bit of texture, but it's not too crazy trapped out. And I'm just gonna hit that, copy and paste that 4 times, and then I'm gonna really listen to how I want my hi-hats. So this is my delicate mix between halftime where it's only hitting like these 2 hits, and then I'm kind of speeding up in place. And that's kind of the rhythm that gives them the feeling like it's not too straight, it's not too fast, but it's also not too slow, and it's kind of dragging along. And then I'm gonna do some open hi-hats to really give it some like rhythm. In my second half of hi-hats, I'm changing up the pattern a little bit so it's not too boring. That way, these little like in-betweens where the hi-hat cuts out, it leaves room for like rhythm that a vocal could do. That's what I'm gonna do there. I'm just gonna move on to the kicks because that's really where the kind of bounce is gonna be. I'm gonna just use my kicks. This is from my own Yunny kit. Now I'm gonna put my glue compressor on right now before the kick clips everything else. Turn the glue compressor on, put it on the master, soft clip on. This little pickup kick I'm putting right here is really important because it's like doom, doom, chit, doom. You can do those on like the second, when you repeat the kicks again. You don't want to hit them too much in the beginning because that's too many kicks in the beginning, I think. But the second time around, it just kind of keeps the rhythm up a little bit, and that's important. So I'm gonna put that there, and then that's my set of drums. So that's pretty fast. Snares will come in, but they'll come in on the second half of my little hook here. But I'm gonna address like a question I heard about leveling, and people want to know how the leveling goes, mixing. What makes a beat mixed is truly just leveling. You don't need effects, you don't need anything on this master except for a glue compressor so it doesn't clip. Leveling comes down to when you hear the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, the clap, and the melody itself, the guitar melody or the loop or whatever you're using, and you just listen to the things. Things you want to level right are kicks. Kicks don't need to be as loud as you probably think. Like this kick right now is punching pretty hard, and it's just kind of like booming kind of big, and that's gonna just kind of throw the kind of mix of the beat off. So I'm gonna level it like 3 dBs down. Leveling the clap is pretty important. You don't want the clap like super loud that it's like too loud in the middle of the mix. You want the clap kind of be underneath everything. In case it's a little loud, I just go down 2 just to be safe. Hi-hats are gonna come through the mix regardless. So mix them, level them how you feel, and that's just how it goes. When I put the 808 in, that's gonna take a little more leveling, but it doesn't take any mixing. It doesn't take any extra plugins. It doesn't take more compressors, more EQs. I'm not compressing anything on these tracks. I'm not EQing any of them. I'm just working with it. So, and now I'm gonna bring in my 808. So I'm gonna go find an 808 right now. Okay, so the 808 I think I'm gonna choose right now was this one. Lex Luger. It's got a long tail. It's got a nice rounded sound. Now when it comes to leveling the 808, that's important. It incorporates 2 different things. The kick, the relationship to the kick, the 808 and the kick, and the relationship between the 808 and the melody. Now the melody usually doesn't want to have too much low bass energy in it, so the 808 has space. When I play the 2 together, they don't. So you want to make sure the 808's loud enough to just complete the bass end of the song. In the way it's with the kick, you want to make sure it's leveled where what I do is I push the attack up of my 808 so it rounds off the first hit so it doesn't hit too hard with the kick. And the kick just hits in the beginning and then the 808 kind of comes in at the end. If I play it with a kick, it sounds like the kick's hitting and then the 808 at the end has space to like boom out. I like the way it sounds at 0. And I'm just going to follow my chords. For my second round of these 808s, I'm going to make my pattern a little bit different, a little more moving, like it's kind of anticipating the chords a little more, so it's going to go. I'm gonna make it hit the 5. Down to my 4. So that sounds pretty chill to me. I really like the way it's just kind of bouncing along. There's enough melodies to keep it going. I have one mid line called mid, and that's got kind of like a rhythm guitar line. I'm just gonna see where that can play in. And I'm gonna put some snares in this one. I'm gonna pan my open hi-hats to the right a bit. I'm gonna pan my snares a little bit to the left. I'm gonna do a little trick here where I'm just gonna try to cut up that first beat of all these drums, make kind of like a transition. So what I made it is kind of a longer beat than usual, but that's okay because it can essentially stop after this first hook of stuff. It's gonna kind of have like a breakdown bridge section if they want to use that, and then like a third last hook to kind of end it. Thanks for watching. I hope you just gained a little insight to the process, a little insight how things go, how I can make these, and they're gonna be good. And I have a guitar loop kit of all my own guitar sounds, original loops, multiple melodies, really good pre-mix with effects. You're really gonna like it. Link in the description. And my drum kit, the Yunny Goldz drum kit with my own sounds, just what I'm using, stuff that hits hard. It's gonna be in the description too. Check out those links, follow me, and let's just keep making music together. Hit me up about anything. Yunny Goldz, let's go.